Say, do you guys remember those old ads in the back of Boys Life magazine? I swear they were the best part of Boys Life magazine. Now, through my whole youth, I was involved in scouting through Webelos, Cub Scouts. Let me take off my x-ray glasses. I was in Webelos, Cub Scouts, Boy Scouts. I was actually in Troop 1 in Mendham, New Jersey with none other than Green Bar Bill, William Hillcourt. And that was a cool troop to be in and to hang out with him a little bit. Later on, I moved a town over to Chester, New Jersey, where I joined Troop 139. That was an awesome troop. But through all those years, I always had delivered to the house Boys Life magazine. So I read this magazine all the time, and my favorite part of this magazine was going right to the back and just checking out those ads. I used to stare at those ads for hours, just wondering what I could do with all those crazy contraptions. So anyhow, for some reason, over the past few weeks, I got thinking about those old crazy ads in the back of the magazine. So I pulled out a few copies. Now these are all from 1980. So the past couple weeks, I've been thumbing through these and flagging them with little notes. And I thought I'd do a little video and share some of those old ads and articles in these with you guys. So I got the old uniform out, it still fits, and I poured myself a cup of coffee in the Jeremiah Johnson mug that my friend Ty gave me. That's a pretty cool mug. So anyhow, let's take a look, let's have some fun, have a few laughs, and check out those old ads and articles. All right, here's this classic ad in the back that all of you guys remember. All right, first up, the X-ray vision glasses. We got to start here. Greatest illusion of the century. Apparently see bones through skin, see through clothes, etc. Amaze and embarrass everyone. Regular size glasses with built-in optical illusion, $1.75 per pair. Actually, I just picked up a pair of these. I found these on Amazon, and I really think that they're awesome. They are pretty cool. Obviously, they're not X-ray glasses. You can't see through clothes. I don't know what they're suggesting there anyway, that, right, you're supposed to be some kind of voyeur and you're seeing through people's clothes. I don't know. But if you do put some light behind your hand or whatever you're looking at, it does give a glow around the object, and it looks really cool, actually. I actually dig them. All right, now let's slide right up. This was always a classic. Air car hovercraft rides on air. New hovercraft glides like magic over floors, sidewalks, even water. Sleek car of the future uses principle of air suspension to ride on a cushion of air above most any surface. Colorful plastic. See, this is the thing here, right? 8 inches by 9 inches by 2 inches. There's actually another hovercraft in the book here. Let's go look at that too. Yeah, this one right here. Let's zoom in on that. You can float on air. You can ride this air car around your home or school. It floats on air, powered by an ordinary vacuum cleaner motor, low cost, easy to build. It really works. For plans and photos, send $4.95. All right, air car. I remember staring at this all the time and thinking, wow, you know, does this thing really work? I definitely want to check this thing out. I've thought of all kinds of ideas of building this. I guess I never thought to send in the $4.95. Well, you know, back then that was a little bit of cash. $4.95 for some plans. Look, it says lifts 200 pounds. All right, here's another hovercraft right here. Herb Bartlett. Bartlett Flying Saucer Ultralight Hovercraft, powered by an ordinary lawnmower engine. Easy to build, fun to fly, complete plans, kit, brochure, photos, and supply sources. $5. Look at this. Herb Bartlett, Box 156B, Silverdale, Washington. Actually, I just live now a couple towns away from Silverdale. I live on Bainbridge Island in Washington State now. And I did look this guy up. He passed away a while back, but I guess he was a legend in the area, and he used to build these things. So actually, this thing looks really awesome. That's more like it now. We're talking about a lawnmower engine. This guy looks like he was actually an engineer. That would be cool. See if we could find those plans. Let's take a look over here. Runny nose gag. Looks disgustingly real. Fool teacher, mother, friends. Sticks on, peels off to remove. $1.25. right? You got to bring this into school. I got the runny nose, man. It's really coming out bad. I got to go home and play some Atari. All right, this one actually seems really cool. The Spy Pen Radio. Real working radio hidden in pen case, fits into your pocket like pen. Hear sports, music, latest news, and events. See, it says no batteries needed. Self-powered solid-state circuit. You know, this must be some kind of crystal radio. That'd be cool to find one of these. Maybe they're on eBay. All right, the ventriloquist dummy. I tell you, I was always creeped out by these ventriloquist dummy things ever since I watched some episode of The Twilight Zone where the ventriloquist guy, he puts his dummy in the trunk and then he can hear the dummy like talking to him like, hey, let me out of the trunk. Let me out of the trunk, buddy. I'm suffocating in here. I need some food. Look at these two. Archie the dummy and Dumbo the clown. I can just hear it now with Archie. Hey, buddy. It's Archie. It's Archie. Yeah, let me out. Come on, man. I want to watch some TV with you. Hang out. Have some supper. All right, cool. I was looking for this one because this connects right with the ventriloquist dummies. Throw your voice. Appear to throw your voice into desks, under beds, out of pets, from behind doors. Ventriloquist device and secret guidebook. I felt this was a thing back in the day that, learn how to throw your voice. It was like a Three Stooges type of deal. Charles Atlas. An Atlas body in 7 days. My method of dynamic tension starts giving results you can feel and your friends will notice. Big, useful muscles. Gain weight if needed. Lose pot belly. Send 25 cents to help cover postage for free 32-page booklet. Charles Atlas, New York, New York. All right. Right? I remember reading this, and I think there's another one where it shows tired of being the wimp on the beach, want to attract girls, get the Atlas body. I used to have Franco Columbo, one of his weightlifting books back in the day. I think I got it from my brother, but I remember staring at those books when I was a kid and, wanting to go pump the iron. Here we go. Mini bike frame. Build your own mini bike frame for less than $30. This, I was always staring at this one. Actually, my brother had one, and then later on, he kind of forgot about it, and I took over that mini bike, and these little mini bikes are actually awesome. I had a 5-horsepower Briggs & Stratton on it, and I used to zip all over on that thing. That was awesome. Buck Rogers flying model rockets. Centuri. I was big into rockets. My dad was really big into model rockets. He was head of a rocket club, and we used to launch all kinds of rockets. Those were totally fun. Not necessarily Centuri, but I had the Estes rockets. Yeah, here we go. Here's some Estes rockets. Black hole, space probe, flying model rocket. Walt Disney Productions available now. Oh, this is probably from the movie. Here's another Estes rockets. Star Wars Empire Strikes Back. Now these look awesome. I never had any of those Star Wars rockets, right? Star Wars was huge at that time. Check out this Estes rocket. It's got a camera on it. Now that would have been cool. All right, let's flip around here. All right, here's the page here. All right, this is the military schools, right? This was always like the threat, that you heard from like your friend. Oh yeah, Jimmy, he got caught smoking some cigarettes, and his parents said possibly he's going off to military school now after they caught him smoking the cigarettes, right? that was always the threat. Yeah, we're sending you to military school. Yeah, we'll see you once a year at Christmas, maybe. Or this one right here. Right, we're sending you out to a ranch in Montana. It's a hard labor camp out there. They're gonna put you to work and they're gonna make a man out of you, boy. Or this one here, right? Yeah, boy, we noticed you can't put down the tasty cakes and the ring dings, so we're sending you off to weight loss camp. All right, they're gonna put you to work out there. You're gonna come back a new man. This one looks pretty cool. Joe Namath football camp. Look at this. Namath, Dockery, Hill, Todd, Roger Stallworth. And speaking of sports, let's check out some of these old sports stars here. You can order these posters, pretty cool. Tony Dorsett, Johnny Bench. Now, Johnny Bench, he was awesome. I thought he was really cool back in the day. You remember that show, The Baseball Bunch? And he was on that show. I thought that was super cool. Willie Randolph, all right? Super cool posters. Hey, you know the poster I always wanted was that one of Christy Brinkley. You guys know the poster. My brother, he had it up on his wall, and I was always in there staring at that poster. All right, this is classic, right? We got old Dick Clark here. American Bandstand, selling us some cassette tapes. Actually, you could get it any way you want it. Not just cassette tapes. You could get 12-inch stereo records, 8-track cartridges, tape cassettes, reel-to-reel tapes. Neil Diamond, my favorite, right? Love at the Greek. Awesome. Jethro Tull, man. Jethro Tull is awesome. Here we go. Peter Frampton. Do you feel like I do? Billy Joel, ZZ Top, Neil Diamond, A Beautiful Noise. That's actually playing on Broadway right now. They just came out and Neil Diamond just did the opening for them. Such a beautiful noise coming up from the street. All right, here we go with the ice fishing. I tell you, scouting was awesome when I was a kid. We were always out there every winter. Mount Alamuchi, we're out there on the ponds, drilling holes, ice fishing. And you got to thank all those dads out there, you know, taking their time to take us camping. We went camping all the time. That was so fun. Putting those tip-ups in the water, catching some pike. Let's take a look. Here we go. All right, you guys know this face. When you help start a scout troop, there's no guarantee one of the scouts will grow up to win an Olympic decathlon, but you never know. I tell you. Yeah, you never know, do you? Do you, Bruce Jenner? You never know. I tell you, old Greenbar Bill is clutching his chest right now in his coffin, saying, ay. This picture right here, this makes me think of Mount Alamuchi Scout Reservation. We were always out there on the lake doing some canoeing. All those things, those were great. That, you know, canoeing, merit badge, you had to go out there, you had to swamp that canoe, sink it, bring it back. You just learned so many things in the Scout. You know, it was a great time for myself. I'm really glad that I stuck through it all those years and just learned all those cool things. Mag wheels. I tell you, when I was younger, if you saw a pair of mag wheels coming on a bike down the street, you were drooling. Here's Bruce Jenner again for the AMF Roadmaster 10-speed bicycle. That was always a big deal. Oh, I got the 10-speed bicycle. I tell you, Bruce Jenner, he was everywhere, right? He was on the Wheaties box when you were eating breakfast in the morning. He was on the TV. He was doing the decathlon. This knife actually looks pretty cool. It's every 1 3/8 a case. It must be a tiny little knife. It says just 2.5 inches small when closed. 1 3/8 razor. That'd be a cool little knife just to put in your little coin pocket. I tell you, when I was a kid, anything to do with NASA, it was just, you know, my eyes were wide open. Look at this article on sourdough pancakes. I remember this. I remember a lot of people keeping a jug like this in their fridge and making sourdough pancakes. Totally awesome. Actually, right now, I'm enrolled in an online school program. It's actually over in England, and I'm learning all about sourdough bread and pizza and that type of thing. This is all gearing towards my pizza channel, right on pizza. I'm getting geared up for all of that. Look at this awesome bike. $68 at Kmart. Building models used to be a big thing. I used to be into building all kinds of models. Mostly, I really like building planes. The planes were just awesome to work on. But I don't know if model building is such a big thing anymore. I don't know. Do any of you guys still build models? Here's Russ Howell right here. This is old Thurston Howell's son teaching you how to do some old skateboard tricks. Pretty cool. Check out the mustache on that guy. Remember, only you can prevent forest fires. Look at this moped. This moped looks awesome, but I don't know. What are you supposed to do? Go pick up John Travolta and you guys head to the club and pop some wheelies? I always thought the buck knives were the cream of the crop. Here's a cool article about making a battery tester with some wires and a compass. I thought this was pretty cool. All right, the Boys Life magazine still has some really neat stuff in it. Maybe I'll try this out. Green Bar Bill says, "Who's that mysterious stranger?" That guy, he wrote, I think, 3 or 4 editions of the Boy Scout Handbook, wrote the Boy Scout Field Book. That guy is Mr. Boy Scout. All right, we all had this sock back in the day. And then these socks got shorter, 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 and shorter. I don't know, maybe these socks are coming back in style now. All right, the juice is loose. Old O.J. Simpson. What happened to old O.J.? Terry Bradshaw, from quarterback to singer. What? I don't know. This couldn't have gone far. This couldn't have gone too far. Okay, these Mattel games, these were great. I remember having the football and having the baseball. But pretty cool. Those, that's what we had. That was our arcade games, our video games back in the day. You were sitting looking at this thing with some dots beeping around, getting real excited about that. These kids today, I don't know. Scouts in action. Flaming gas enveloped their father. Holy macalani. But I tell you, the Scouts, they taught you some good things. All right, solar cooker. This is actually really cool. I did actually work on this with my son, the solar cooker. That thing is awesome. Cook some hot dogs in there. All right, here we go. Body signals to aircraft. All right, this is some neat stuff. All right, this is like if you're on Fantasy Island and Mr. Rourke and Tattoo are creeping you out, you got to signal an airplane, you got to get the heck out of there. Her poncho was on fire. I tell you, there's a lot of Scouts saving people who are on fire. This is great. Remember Susie Chapstick? Stick with this advice from Susie Chapstick. She was always on the ski slopes and slathering her lips. Look at this one, Cherry Chapstick. Champions European styled slacks. All right, look at those pants. Those are looking groovy. Those are looking slick. I wouldn't mind having a pair of pants like that. Do a little night out on the town with Susie Chapstick. Join Sales Leadership Club for a rewarding experience. Selling beautiful all-occasion cards, notes, stationery, and gift wrap. Right? There's always these things where you're selling something. I tell you, look at this kid. Things were a lot simpler back then. This kid, look at him. He looks like he just won the lottery. Like he's going to be happy for the rest of his life after he just got this robot radio alarm clock. Right? Yeah, look at Mom and Dad. They're super happy. He's saying, now, son, if you do well selling this stationery, we're not going to send you off to military school, all right? So just stick with those sales and you're going to do great. All right, right on, folks. I had a blast going through these old Boys Life magazines, the articles, and those old crazy ads with hand buzzers and ventriloquist voices. I had a blast looking through all this stuff and sharing that stuff with you guys. I tell you, there's something to be said for a simpler day and age, and just looking through these old magazines, it kind of reinvigorates my, creative spirit and my drive. And, I know the internet is a great thing and it connects me with you and through YouTube and all these things, but there are a lot of people that are addicted to looking at their cell phones, or they're on the internet for hours and hours, and maybe they're not curious about going out and exploring things outdoors, or some of these old crafts that are just so cool. Like I want to build that compass battery tester. I think that's a pretty cool thing. Anyhow, I think it's great to look through these old magazines, and it's great for me to look through the old Boy Scout handbook, and even to throw on the old Boy Scout shirt just for a day here and see how it feels. But it was a big part of my life, and I'm glad that I was involved in scouting. I know things have changed in scouting and it's a little bit different nowadays, but I had a blast, and I just want to give a big thank you to all those dads and parents and my parents who drove me to all those meetings and did all those things with us, took us camping, Klondike derbies, ice fishing, star watching, you name it, we did it. What a cool time. All right, I hope you guys are doing great. I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I did. I really like sharing it with you guys. I hope all you guys are doing great, and I'll sign off here with the Scout sign. See you guys later. All right, right on. All right, oops. I can hear Green Bar Bill yelling from his coffin there. I'm supposed to have the thumb over the pinky for the Scout sign, so I'll do it again. John Crane signing off. See you guys. Right on. Now this picture, unfortunately, was in a basement that flooded. It was in my grandmother's basement, and it flooded at one point a long time ago, but I was able to salvage it. This is myself right here. You can barely see myself. There's my good buddy Dan Blythe, right? Another friend, Scott Thompson. I think that dude's name is Chad in the back, but here we are hanging out with Green Bar Bill himself. He was a real generous guy, liked to hang out, liked to talk scouting, all the good stuff. Awesome, right? There's the classic signature, the 2 bars and the bill. Right on.